The Vinyl Four back in action this year, and we're giving away tickets to the Vina Robles. 10 shows at Vina Robles with VIP access.
VIS.
Trying to figure out
VIP.
the greatest act of all time. We call this the Vinyl Four. KZOZ.com.
I think you're giving an unfair advantage to Fleetwood Mac by playing this. Sounds like Tusk. How's Sammy and Fleetwood Mac faring? Oof. Favorite guy's not going to do. I don't think your favorite guy's going to advance. I'm just going to say that right now.
I don't know if he's my favorite guy, but I picked him over Fleetwood Mac.
You were one of the ones.
Yeah. So Fleetwood Mac is handling. I thought you were going to tell everybody how it goes because you could still change your vote.
There's 12 days left in this thing, so things can change.
All right.
And the ones that we've been kind of focusing on are the 2 7-10 matchups, and these are the matchups in the amphitheater and the vineyard regions because the 7-10 matchups are enormously close. The other day, Dead Nuts tie between Eric Clapton and Ozzy Osbourne. Remember I said that?
Yes, you did.
Tied at 69.
They light up a fire.
Now 4 votes separate those
Eric Clapton and Ozzy.
Yeah,
right.
4 votes separate.
Go get him. Go get him, Clapton.
Those 2. Is it Clapton? Is it Ozzy? I can't tell you.
Yeah, you.
But there is a Dead Nuts tie, and when it's a Dead Nuts tie, I can tell you what the results are. I can tell you who does not have the lead.
All right, who's in the Dead Nuts tie right now?
Grateful Dead and Boston are now all knotted up at 71 votes apiece.
Jeez.
So now, the dead, and I'll tell you the other day when I mentioned it, Boston had the slight lead. So now the Dead have evened up things a little bit.
Hey, I got a question. Out of the Vineyard region, the 3-14 matchup, Chili Peppers, number 3 seed taking on the number 14
this
seed.
Is when I was
Bad Company.
This is one I was afraid of for the Chili Peppers a little bit.
And is this close?
No,
it's not close.
I will say that 64 votes separate the 2. Now, like I said, there's 12 days left in this thing, and people probably are waiting to the last minute to vote because that's what we do in America. We wait to the last minute to vote. I don't know why you don't just send in your absentee.
Jimi Hendrix, number 5 seed, taking on the 12 seed Deep Purple. Is that one close?
So I think Bad Company should have got that 12 seed instead of. But I don't think Bad Company would fare well against Jimi Hendrix. Not even close. I will tell you more than 100 votes separate those 2. I'm not going to tell you who's got the lead, but I'm going to tell you more than 100 votes separate those 2.
All right. And then the other one that was close the other day was The Boss and the Steve Miller Band. Number 7 seed Bruce Springsteen taking on the number 10 seed Steve Miller Band out of the Winery region in the Vinyl Four.
44 votes separate.
Oh, wow. Okay, so not too close either. All right. Get your up-front bracket filled out. Couple things you need to know how to do. One is obviously, pick a band. And the other one is you got to understand how to do the tiebreaker. It's kind of important. And so all you have to do is whoever you think is going to win, you have to put down how many votes you think they're going to win by and how many votes the loser will lose by. Find out more. Get to KZOZ.com.
Subscribe to the Jeff and Jeremy podcast now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and YouTube. It's your Central Coast commute-friendly podcast.